is up, everybody? Welcome to another Fresh Take. Happy Holidays edition. Fresh Take. Vicky, how are you?
I'm good, can't complain. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. So we got the final season of What If. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of wish they wouldn't have said it was going to be the final season, but got the final season of What If to talk about today, as well as Skeleton Crew, Star Wars Goonies, basically. We're going to start off with What If season 3 because they did all 8 episodes back to back to back like they did last year. So, all right. As you can see on the screen, we're just going to go through episode by episode and just let it out. So, first episode, I thought this one wasn't that good, to be honest.
What's the name of the episode?
What if the Hulk fought the Mech Avengers?
Yeah, it was I felt like I was in Pacific Rim. I was like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? This is Pacific Rim plus Godzilla? Because I was like, he looks like Godzilla. What
Yeah.
he came out of the water like Godzilla. I'm like, what? Are we sure this isn't just Godzilla? Maybe I thought I was on the wrong channel. I was like, what is this?
I don't know what they were going for. I know there's a comic called Mech Avengers, and I know in like there was a comic back I want to say like 20 years ago where they had made Godzilla, where they made the Hulk basically Godzilla. It was a Marvel Mangaverse, and I'm like, okay, maybe they're trying to merge the two, but it just didn't work for me.
I mean, see, this is the thing. So Marvel is big and wide and has everything under the sun. And they have a lot of things in the archive to dig into. Does not mean that they should dig into them.
That's true.
Some things should be left for the cult followers that really like the Hulk, Godzilla, whatever. Okay? Some things they could leave alone. Cause I was just like, let me keep reading my book. So what happened? Oh wait, hold on. Let me rewind. Okay, keep playing. Yeah.
It just
Oh, okay. It's over. Oh, okay. Oh, he's going. He's going in. He's going into the ocean. He's taking his people with him. Okay. All right. Next episode. Like
yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it wasn't good. To me, it wasn't good.
no.
Yeah. All right. So that brings us to episode number 2. What if Agatha went to Hollywood? Now, this one I thought was actually funny. I thought it was funny. Basically because of uh old boy from Eternals,
Yeah,
Kumail Nanjiani. He
I thought it was funny, and I thought it was a good way to bring in the Eternals. I still haven't watched the Eternals. I ain't gonna hold you. It's there. I'm probably gonna watch it one day. It's there. So I'd be like, oh, I'm sure there'll be more parts that I would understand if I actually watched the Eternals, but I'm okay for right now.
yeah.
Um, so I just thought it was funny that they went to like that 1950s dancing movie
Yeah, they
stuff.
went full Bollywood. And it worked for me. It worked. I was laughing. I thought it was good. Plus, they had Agatha in it, and Agatha. I thought they did a good job of what they were doing. Um, it was a good way to bring in the Eternals. I only watched that movie once. I didn't really think it was all that good, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Um, to be honest, I think he was the best part of the Eternals.
I mean, the Eternals serve a purpose in the whole Marvel universe, so like I understand that they had to do it. But sometimes it's okay if you just do an animated something.
Yeah, yeah. Now this next one is probably my favorite episode of the season, and that is what if the Red Guardian stopped the Winter Soldier? It was a messed up buddy cop episode.
So, well, not buddy cop, but more buddy villains.
Yeah, we
But
get
I
the
thought it
idea.
was like reluctant villains that have to work together.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
one villain thinks he's a hero.
well,
Red Guardian is hilarious. The way the
yeah,
way they portray Red Guardian, he's
he
hilarious.
is really good.
Yeah,
Like if he's cartoon version or
the movie version.
the
Yeah,
movie version are both amazing and well done and hilarious.
Yeah.
So I like that episode. That was a fun episode.
It's kind of like 48 Hours, if anybody knows that movie with Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte. Like, it's kind of like that.
It's sad that you have to say if anybody knows that movie.
Yeah.
The youngins.
Yeah, because I think the movie's funny, but you'll have people like, "What is that?" Like, oh my goodness. So yeah, but yeah, I this is probably my favorite episode of the season was that one.
Somebody has shared. I think it was on Twitter. They shared the clip of Angela Bassett burning the car and the clothes, and they're like, "Oh, Angela Bassett's always been a queen. What movie is this so I can watch it?" And I fell out my chair. I was like, "I know y'all lying."
Jeez.
I'm like, oh, you can't reference some things because the youngins just don't know.
They just don't know. Yeah. Now this one I didn't think was bad, but it was just it was okay to me, and that's What If Howard the Duck got hitched.
I always think it's weird when Howard the Duck gets with human women.
Yeah.
I think that's a little just icky.
It's a little much.
It's a little, but I still have Howard the Duck the movie on DVD. So.
And that was worse than what
it was
here.
bad, but it was so bad it was good. It was, you can't not like it. And I always enjoy anything that Kat Dennings is in. I think she's really good.
She was good in this. She was really good in this.
She's always, and it was good because that tied into a later episode for the character.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well that serves a purpose. Like once I saw that character, I was like, oh.
Yeah, now
okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because them, it was funny with the egg and running and trying to catch the egg and everything like that. So I thought that was funny.
Plus, this ties back to the first season where they met in Vegas. So I thought that was
like, it was a good like tie-in of everything. So
it's not a bad episode. It's just I was like, okay, and like I said, it is funny. And Kat Dennings, she kills Seth Green as Howard the Duck. He does a good job too.
Oh, both of them are really good.
Yeah, they do really good. And the Frost Giant version of Loki, which I thought that whole thing with him trying to do a timeshare for a ski resort, it was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
It's just because I could just see Tom Hiddleston as a shady timeshare guy. I could just see him trying to pull that off, and I can see him being very good at it. So that just worked. But yeah, the episode itself works on a whole lot of levels. And yeah, it does tie into something that happens later in the season. So
it just flowed well.
Yeah. Now this next one, what if the emergence destroyed the Earth? Once again, back to the Eternals. You kind of have to understand something about the Eternals to understand a little bit about this episode, just because of what it does. But this one is heavily on Riri Williams. So what did you think about this one?
It was okay. I enjoyed like the Watcher intervening.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I don't watch this 1,000,001 times. You know what? Nah. Girl, get your behind up and fight.
Yeah.
The Watcher's like, I'm done with this. You know what? Get up. Get up, girl. Get up. So it was like,
I think they could have came with a better villain other than Mysterio. I didn't like the fact that Mysterio was the one that...
Yeah, I was like...
That doesn't make sense. To me, it should have been Justin Hammer or somebody, not...
Yeah, I don't know who it could have been.
But not him.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, I get why you made it him.
I mean, I guess
the illusion aspect, but I don't see...
You are in control of all the nanites. And we all know the concept of nanonites can...
Yeah.
It'll be... I mean, they're already experimenting with them now. So,
yeah, that's true.
When we have the Vision actually happen in real life and take us all out, whatever. Or Ultron with the AI robots, whatever. And then nanonites take over and they're like, the way to solve the problems of the Earth is to take out humans and then we're all wiped out, Hopefully it happens after I die, so I don't have to live through it.
Glad you're so happy about that. But yeah,
I mean, it ain't Are you going to tell me that even with us knowing that more than likely that's what the path is, that's what the path is?
Well, technically, according to Terminator, it's supposed that already happened by now. So I think we're doing pretty good.
Well, no,
all
it
things
just shows
considered.
how dumb humans are. We haven't gotten that far. But I'm just saying, imagine what's going to look like 20 years from now. 20 years from now, me and Jay, we are still very much on this earth. So think about what AI looked like 10 years ago versus now. 20 years from now, Jay, you know what I'm saying? When I'm in my Matrix pod, don't unplug me. Don't unplug me. That's all. I don't want to. I don't care. I don't want to fight back. Leave me in my little Matrix pod in my happy little world until my battery dies. Just saying. Well, so that's why the vision and all that, and the earth gets ripped apart.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. That's 25 years from now. Sure.
It was an interesting episode, but it was just I didn't care for the villain. I like Vision going being crazy though.
Riri Williams, but they never they said her name, but they never said who she is.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing. Like, we've seen her character, but say what her superhero name is. I don't think they said it, right? No,
they didn't say it.
No, it's like, why don't y'all say her name?
Yeah, I didn't understand that either. I'm like, her name's Ironheart. Just say it.
Just say it. I mean, we see the chest lit up, so we know it's iron related. Yeah. So it's like, just say who she is. Like y'all keep bringing her around, but not saying what her superhero name is. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Like I said, that was just like a weird episode. The next one, What If 1872? Now, this is Shang-Chi and Kate Bishop.
Which I think was interesting to have Kate Bishop.
In the 1800s, yeah.
And just her name be Hawkeye.
Yeah. Although there's a scene in here close to the end of the episode, she basically has Colt 45s. Those only have 6 shots. She shot like 30 shots and never reloaded.
Don't pay attention to the number of bullets in the chambers, okay?
I was like, what in the
world? Maybe she modified it, because it looks like it also, there's future tech in this as well as old tech. So
there is an arc reactor in there.
Yeah, so it's like there could be something else going on with those guns, because they have future tech and old tech.
It was just funny though, because I'm like, that is clearly a Colt 45. She has 2 of them, which means she only has 12 shots. She shot like 80 shots. Come on, man. She never reloaded. Come on, man.
I think they needed a better setup for the reveal of the hood, because I was like, oh, that's his sister.
Yeah, it was that episode was predictable, because we've seen that genre trope forever.
Yeah, I think they I don't think that she even said that she even
went there.
Yeah, just say that she went missing.
Yeah,
or something, like, I don't know, but saying that she confronted the hood and then she went missing and the hood blah 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 blah. I was like, well, she the hood.
Obviously. Yeah, basically, yeah. If you watched movies for 10+ years, you probably already know what's gonna happen as soon as 10 minutes in. You're like, I know.
Y'all could have did something of a better setup. So I was like, oh, who could it be? Or at least, or for half a second, I asked, who could it be?
Oh, and the rich guy killed Hawkeye, Kate Bishop's mom. Like, yeah, we knew that was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, yeah, dude, come on, man. This is like predictable as I don't know what. But it was an interesting episode. I like the fight choreography in it. They did a good job with that. Even though Shang-Chi doesn't have the 10 rings, they still did a good job with the fights.
I like that the 10 rings is the ringing of the bell.
Yeah, basically. So they did a good job with it. It was just like predictable as all get out. I'll give you that. Now the next 2 episodes are basically the season finale. Episode 7, What If the Watcher Disappeared? And they brought in Storm.
They brought my girl.
And they gave her hammer.
Listen, my girl gonna have her hammer.
So if you don't know, in the comics, Storm, yes, she is a mutant, but she also not Thor, but Thor and Loki actually had a hammer made just for her. So whenever something happens, if she loses her powers, she basically can call her hammer down. And
she's a goddess.
Basically. So, and they got the voice actress from X-Men 97, Allison Seeley Smith, to voice Storm. And I'm like, thank you so much. Because she, once again, kills it.
A beautiful, beautiful voice.
Yes. Now, this one, basically, the Watcher is in trouble for interfering because he interfered in the Shang-Chi episode. He also interfered in the Riri episode. And he interfered like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, he was just wreaking havoc. He was, no, my man wasn't watching. He wasn't watching nothing. He was like,
well, the Riri episode, he basically said he's tired of watching her die.
But he was still interfering.
Yeah.
He's been interfering for years.
Basically. And so this time the other 3 Watchers were like, nah, bruh. So they took him captive, basically. Mm-hmm. So he can
you're in trouble. You are now on trial.
Yeah. And Captain Carter from the first 2 seasons now has a team with her, with Cowrie from season 2 and Storm and Birdie, who is Howard the Duck and Darcy's daughter.
Yeah. So that's why we see the egg and now we see the adult.
Yeah. And she's basically an Omega level power, basically, which is why they were trying to get her. When all those villains were trying to get her in episode 4. So we see how she's basically a mix of her mother and her dad.
Yes.
Essentially. But they basically go around stopping anomalies from happening that they can see. So this episode was actually interesting because 1, Storm. So this already gets a good rating for me. And 2 is actually brought back stuff that was happening in the previous 2 seasons with the Watcher constantly interfering. Because like the season finale of season 1, he goes full on in a fight mode.
Yep.
Which he wasn't supposed to do.
All in it.
Yeah. So what did you think about the episode?
Oh, I enjoyed it. I thought it was nice seeing Nebula, right? That's the old girl name.
Yeah, Nebula. Yeah, as the
like seeing like that planet again. And I thought watching them all fight together. So I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
seeing everybody. I guess the only human-ish is Captain Carter.
Yeah, basically. She's human-ish. Yeah.
I think the closest to human out of all of them.
Yeah.
So, but I thought it was cool. I think all their powers work together. They were like a seamless team of bad chicks.
Yeah, and I think it.
I think is that a little too woke? They're not naked. They don't have bosoms bouncing around, and it's all women. Where's the male lead? It's too woke.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna say that. I'm pretty sure they're saying that and episode 8, because episode 8 is the same thing. So in episode 8, which is basically entitled "What If," we find out.
Jay, what is the full title?
It's "What If."
That's not the full title, Jay. What
says it right here. What
Jay? What is the full title?
What if? What if? I'm not.
Thank you. Because that you don't say the right title. Because they perfectly said the one thing a watcher should never ask is what if. So that's why it's very important for you to say what if.
I said
what if. Yeah, you said the title was what if.
It is what if.
No. It's what if. What if.
Okay, a pimp name slip back. But
yeah, exactly. Because like you said for number 7, what if the watcher disappeared? See? Like what if? What if? You gotta say it, Jay.
That being said, the season finale actually is Uatu basically on trial. Ultron, one of the Ultrons that they found that took over, that realized, hey, I did what my programming was, which is complete peace, but there's nobody here. So he comes to the conclusion that, hey, I messed up. I need to make it right. And the way he tries to make it right is trying to stop the trial of Uatu the Watcher.
Yeah,
which
because he
to
says he's like, there's no peace if there's actually nothing
yeah,
living. Nothing living does not mean no peace.
yeah. He didn't find that out until he actually did.
Well, yeah, you had to go through with it to figure that out.
And this leads to one of the biggest Dragon Ball Z episodes ever. Because the majority of episode 8 is a big
it's just an
anime Dragon Ball fight. And it's glorious.
With characters leveling up midway.
Yeah. Midway, we got armor pieces, we got Kamehamehas, we got giant celestial punching people.
And
like
everything you could want. It was all wrapped up there.
Yeah. And I thought that it actually worked, especially when they actually had the sit down talk at the end. Uatu with the main the Watcher that recruited him.
Yeah.
I thought it actually worked. And they actually once again tied it back to season 2 because all of that they had to take him to Doctor Strange's universe in order for them to actually stop so they can actually talk. Which I thought was actually interesting. And it did all come down to Captain Carter sacrificing herself just like Steve would have. So I thought that was an interesting little take that they did on it, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, she turned into like a celestial at the end.
Essentially, yeah. Essentially. Her sacrifice is what happened. And I thought it was a good way to wrap up this season. I hate that it's the final season. I kind of wish they wouldn't stop making these because these are actually kind of fun for me.
Yeah. Since, like I said, they have so much in the deep archive that they could keep digging and plucking, and then they just kind of do whatever they want. Like, what if a Watcher becomes Captain America? Like, just go crazy with it. Like, there's nothing that you can't do when it's a what if.
Yeah.
You know? And then you have so many new characters that are now owned by Marvel/Disney. I mean, heck, it's like, what if the Little Mermaid became Captain America? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no limit to what you could do, especially when you have Disney and Marvel under the same umbrella. So, like, there wasn't. I mean, then when you know what, then let's go ahead with a what if Disney. I wouldn't be mad.
I did find it interesting that during the credits they did show like some of the what if people, like what if Ghost Rider was a samurai, what if Star-Lord had the 10 rings. So they were going through showing like little illustrations of like some of the what ifs, and I'm like, man, that would have been a good episode. Man, that would have been a good episode.
Listen, anytime that you're gonna have my boy Ghost Rider, I'm here for it.
I was surprised they never did one with him.
See?
I was surprised they never did.
I guess they're just sitting down to figure out what they're gonna do with him.
Yeah, because
like, once they got, Yeah,
because you do have to figure out.
Now they gotta.
And to be fair, you do have to figure out which one you want to use because everybody has their favorite.
Yep, Danny Ketch for life.
Yeah, and some people like Robbie, some people like Blaze, some people like Ketch. I'm like, yeah, that'll probably be a problem unless you put all 3 of them in it. I mean, that's what I would have did, but that's just me. But overall, what did you think about the season?
I think it was good. I mean, it was back-breaking for them to put it every episode out back to back to back to back to back, and I was like, I gotta watch so Jay doesn't fuss at me. I gotta watch them all. And I was in the middle of a really good book, and I was like, no, I gotta watch.
Well, it's good that they're only 30 minutes, so that's the good thing.
Yeah.
They're only, I think the longest one is 34 minutes. So, yeah, they do a good job of keeping it within 30 minutes. For me personally, it was an up and down season, but it's more good episodes than bad in my opinion.
I don't think there was any like bad episode.
Except the first one for me. The first one for me was just bad.
I didn't enjoy the first one, but I think Hulk fans probably loved it.
Yeah,
Hulk people, but I've never been a Hulk person, so like
me neither.
I don't really care for Hulk stuff.
Yeah, and the other ones, like I said, I enjoyed 2 and 3. 2 and 3 had me rolling. 4 was pretty good. 6 was just predictable. 7 and 8 had Storm in it, so yes, they were the best. Look, man, if you're gonna put X-Men in it, hey, I rocks with the X-Men. So anytime Storm is on, yes. And then I'm just glad they got her voice actress from the cartoon.
Yeah.
I'm just glad they got her voice actress from the cartoon because I did not want to hear nobody else, to be honest. If I'm being completely honest, I just didn't want to hear nobody else. And she, as always, she killed it. She murked it. And I want, if they do some more animated stuff, with like because I did hear a rumor that they were thinking about doing a animated X-Men movie. I'm like, I hope they do it, honestly.
I mean, but you're in the middle of X-Men 97, so why would you do that?
I mean, well, it was supposed to come out next year, but they pushed it back. I don't know why they did.
Yeah, I don't think they should just leave it as X-Men 97. Don't do anything else.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But
because there's been too much, bad X-Men stuff out there.
Yeah, true.
So it's like just X-Men 97 is just what you need.
Stay with good stuff.
Perfect. Ride it out. You don't have to do nothing else. Just go ahead, just ride this out.
Yeah. Well, that's it for what third season of What If. Leave a comment. Let us know what you guys think about the season. Which one was your favorite season? Personally, my favorite season was season 2. But just let us know. And now let's talk about Star Wars Skeleton Crew.
Which I think is funny because I like to read on Twitter when people are raging. I always like to read raging Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was funny how people were like so upset that this was even coming out. They're like, why are they making it for kids? Yada yada yada. I'm like, listen, y'all. I hate to tell you this, but Star Wars
has always been for kids.
Isn't just for middle-aged white men.
It really ain't.
Okay? So you can have characters of different ages and different races involved in Star Wars. Okay? And guess what? These younger kids are not going to watch the original trilogy. They're not going to watch the prequels. They're not going to watch the new stuff because all to them is old animation that looks stupid. They're not watching any of it. What some of these younger kids that might fall in love with, what would they watch? Skeleton Crew.
Mm-hmm.
What was the show that we just watched not that long ago? People were upset about.
Not Ahsoka. Acolyte.
Yeah, Acolyte. It's okay. Like the Sith person doesn't have to be a white man. Okay, it can be different things happening. All right. If you want to appeal to more people, they already got the white male audience on lock. Y'all gonna watch it still and be mad.
Yeah, because y'all hate watch stuff. I don't understand that, but
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, okay, we'll take your view, but just be open to new stuff, and especially if they make Star Wars for kids, so they can get into the Star Wars world.
Yeah, you have to keep it if you want your franchise to keep going. You have to appeal to it.
Yeah, because like those old white men that watched the original trilogy are starting to die. So it's time to get.
I mean, they're our age, basically. I mean, because that came out 77, 80, and 83. I was born in 80.
Yeah, but so, okay, but you were born after the movie came out. I'm talking about people that were 25 at 77.
Oh, those people, yeah.
Those people are now collecting their Social Security and might have died. So they're almost out of here. So you you need a new generation to keep watching if you want
Yeah.
to keep making money. So therefore, you have to get new stuff and what do people want. And I think it's fun. It takes the elements of Star Wars and makes it cute and fun. Even and like always, you just want to slap the main character for being dumb.
I mean, it's basically the Goonies. Let's just be real. It's basically the Goonies, all the way down to Pirate and Treasure. It's basically the Goonies. So you take the Goonies and you throw Star Wars on it.
I
That's
mean,
pretty much what it is.
in what world in Star Wars is anybody helping a bunch of kids get back to a different planet?
Yeah,
Ain't nobody helping them unless there's some money involved.
basically. And my only problem with this show is some of the writing for some of the characters, like the writing for Fern and the writing for Wim, and the writing for Wim's dad is it it vexes me because I'm just sitting there like, dude, I hate the writing for this because they wrote them so freaking horrible. Like I wouldn't be around them. I would have actually tried to get them killed when they was on the pirate planet.
They didn't write them horrible. They didn't, Jay. They're written very well. They're just stupid, horrible characters. But the actual writing for them to be stupid, horrible characters is well done. Like, so don't say they're written bad. They're just horrible characters.
Agree to disagree. So,
well, no, because you're saying that the actual writers are bad. That's not what you're saying.
No, the writing for because the thing is like the writing for like Jude Law's character, like Joe, like it's good. The writing for Neil, good. The writing for KB, good. When you get to Fern and Wim and Wim's dad Wendell, it is bad. It's just like, okay, Fern is insufferable. Wim he's stupid, and Wendell don't know daddy act like that. I'm sorry, don't know daddy act like that. I'm sorry, don't know father that I've ever seen in the history of my life acts like that.
But like I had said to Jay, I said as the way back in the first episode or whatever, when the ship is starting to go up, and Wim's dad is out there. I know if it was me with my black parent, father or mother, and I am in a spaceship and my behind was supposed to be home studying, and now I'm getting lifted up into the sky, I'm jumping out the spaceship. I am going to break something. Because one, that will avoid a butt whooping because you have now broken something. Your parent going to cuss you out because now they got to take you to the hospital. But it is the Star Wars universe, and they'll just like zap you some, and then you grow a new arm anyway, so it doesn't matter.
They'll throw you in the back of the tank. Let's just throw you in the back of the tank.
And you're fine. Like, it's not even that serious of an injury as it would be in like modern day us right now. So I'm jumping out. And especially since when it first started to rise,
they had a chance to jump out.
It wasn't that high off the ground. No. You could jump out and not get injured at all. And even when it was high, I still would have jumped out. Especially when we're over some trees, I'm jumping out, and I'm hoping that I'll just ping pong down the trees, and I'll be okay. I did not understand how none of them jumped out.
Yeah,
that didn't make no sense. I mean, listen, I understand Wim has some mommy issues. Fern has some parenting overall issues.
Yeah.
It's just what?
And we're in the 5th episode, which means we only got 3 episodes left, and they have not done anything with like Fern's issues or Wim's issues. They really haven't, which means we're probably gonna get an episode.
I mean, at least you had the moment with him and Jude Law.
Yeah.
For Wim. But I don't think we had any growth moment. Like, at least Wim had a growth moment there.
Yeah.
Fern has not had any growth moments.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying, like, I think it's all right, but I think it could be. I think it could be better. But I'm surprised that they don't have that. Nobody from the original Goonies movie is in this show. I'm surprised they didn't do that. I'm just surprised they did, because it was like right there. Because that's clearly
who owns the Goonies.
I don't know, but they have guy from Loki is I can't remember the guy's name. Um, he's one of them. So they've used their actors before, so it's not
Yeah,
like they
but
can't have them show
if
up.
it's a little too on the nose like that, I wouldn't want to have them in there.
Really?
Yeah, if they're gonna call it Skeleton Crew, Star Wars Goonies, I wouldn't want any Goonies people in there.
I
I
mean, too
wouldn't want
late
it.
for that.
I
Too late
wouldn't
for
want it.
that.
I don't want to give anybody the idea of suing me if I don't own the Goonies.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because even though we're calling it that, it's not obvious. But you put an actual actor from the Goonies in there to give them some advice on treasure hunting or something.
Or just be a pirate, because Jaleel White is a pirate, or Steve Urkel is a pirate in this.
Yeah, which is fine. But nah, like, you can keep saying a parallel and comparison, but then all of a sudden you start putting actors in it. Oh, you playing in my face. Call a lawyer. Can we sue? A frivolous lawsuit just to get some money.
I mean, it is Disney. They are rolling in it. But that was just me. But yeah, overall so far it's okay.
I've been enjoying it. I think because
after the second episode, I started enjoying it.
Yeah, I think it's good for kids. So I've been enjoying it, looking at it from like
that standpoint,
a 12-year-old standpoint.
Yeah.
So I've been enjoying watching, and seeing. I like what's the little elephant guy's name?
Neil.
I like him. He's.
I'm saying like Neil and KB.
He's a little more realistic. He was like, "This is stupid. Why are we doing this? Don't do this. Don't do that."
Neil and KB in SM33 are my favorite three, because like Neil and KB are to me, they're the more sensible of the kids.
Yeah.
And SM33 is just that crazy android that's crazy.
Exactly. But like when Wim picks up the lightsaber,
I knew something bad was gonna happen.
The lightsaber, when you look at it, the button's on the top.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And for somebody who's so obsessed with Jedi stuff,
you think he would know that?
He's seen pictures and all that of lightsabers. So when you look at it, and the end isn't open, so it's kind of obvious
that you're
where the light is going to come from. The beam obviously is going to come from the top part that's closest to the button, and like part of it is like a high-low, like there's like a groove, and then it's like higher in the back. So it's like it's obvious. It's like picking up a switchblade. It's obvious where the blade's going to come out from.
Yeah.
So how
did he not know that?
I mean, at that point, especially with him having it upside down, you know what? Let him cut off his toes. Let him cut off his toes.
I mean, yeah. Because I don't know what they can do to redeem Wim, or is he just supposed to be, for lack of a better word, stupid? I don't know.
Maybe he's just always supposed to be stupid.
Yeah, I hope that's not, but like, yeah, that's what I'm getting from it. Like, that's what his character's supposed to be. Because there's episode 5? Yeah, there's only 3 more episodes left. So
I think he's just gonna be the stupid guy that, saves them through stupidity. Like the stupid, dumb luck.
No. Okay. Yeah. That would make sense. Yeah. Because they got to do something. Because like he's been screwing up the whole series so far. So you got to give him that predictable one episode where he actually does something and it works.
Yeah.
And him and Fern work together for a change instead of butting heads. Because the other one thinks the other one's the smartest.
Yeah, like they're always just fighting. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Like, when y'all just,
you guys are in the middle of a major crisis right now.
Like, that's why I'm like, Neil, KB, can one of y'all take over, please? Because these two clearly have issues that need sorting out.
Mm-hmm.
And most of it to do with their parents. Just saying. But yeah, other than that, I think it's after those first two episodes, to me, it started getting a little bit better. The first two episodes, I was not feeling it. I was just like, man, hey, man, this better pick up. But it started getting a little bit better to me. But yeah, real interesting to see where they go, especially after this week's episode with them finding the pirate's treasure. I thought that was actually pretty interesting, and then still trying to figure out the mystery of like what is on Aden that everybody wants, apparently. So
yeah, so it's just a mint. It's just where you make the money.
Yeah. So, and why are they keeping that? Why is the Republic? Because this is after the fall. So why is the Republic keeping that planet hidden? That sounds like some shady stuff to begin with, anyway.
Exactly. I was like, I feel like it has to be something more than just the mint for the old Republic credits. Like I know, like it's worth something, but that's it.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. So something else got to be there, especially for him to crash land on that planet and nobody knew it was there.
Yeah. So what happened to the old captain after he crashed landed?
I guess he died.
Like, did he just die? Because they never really said what happened to him.
No, they didn't.
So I mean, it's under the assumption that he died, but maybe he didn't.
Yeah, and SM-33 doesn't know anything. Well, his
circuits are all messed up.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he became part of the people on the planet and is now up in the little tower,
making sure that they don't leave.
Yeah, keeping everything under control.
Yeah, so that may be the twist. I don't know, but we'll see. We got 3 more episodes to go, and then we got Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man that starts January. So this is gonna be interesting. Final thoughts on this week's episode?
I like how well Jude Law is playing the evil character.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying how well he's doing.
Because at first I thought, I'm like, he ain't no Jedi. He's probably.
I mean, obviously we knew he wasn't a Jedi.
Yeah, I'm like, he has to be a Sith or something.
I don't think he's a Sith.
But he ain't nothing. I don't think he's nothing. I just think he's just a con man.
I think he's just somebody who has the Force powers.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Maybe he is a Jedi who's just lost his way.
I mean, because the way they make it seem like he's a con man, pirate, bounty hunter, whatever he needs to be.
Yeah.
And he's able to pull it off.
So, you know what? He is a Jedi. Not a good person.
Not a good person at all, no.
At all. No. I'm just saying he's a Jedi who's lost his way, and he's going to redeem himself.
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna pull that off though. But
well, I mean, he has a lightsaber now. I think he's going to be the Jedi that whoever trained him way back when wanted him to be.
Because it looks like he's just been going around based off survival. Because
just doing all kinds.
If he was a kid during Order 66, I can see why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah. So I think he was a Jedi, but things just went astray.
Okay, possibly. But leave a comment. Let us know what you guys think. If you've been watching Skeleton Crew, are you enjoying it? Leave a comment and all that good stuff. As always, thanks for coming through. The Winging It Podcast should be back next Sunday. Yeah.
In the new year.
Yeah, in the new year, because we'll be doing our 2024 in review. So we'll be back next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Vicky, anything you want to pimp out?
I mean, always come by. Fangirl Review. Check out the BIPOC Streamer Awards socials. We're going into 2025. So new season, new me. So check it out. We got some exciting things happening.
Cool. And on that note, we will see you guys next week. Peace out, peoples.
Bye.